Why do I look like I haven't moved from this spot? It's because I haven't. I've recorded a lot of videos just sitting right here. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hop in a whip and I'm out. I need so much I can't count. Oh, and I don't need no college, cause I'm getting stupid amounts. Hey.
So once upon a time, I thought my path was to go to university, go to college, develop these skills, and go on to get an illustrious job and live out my life doing the thing that I went to college for. Once upon a time, that was what I thought I needed to do. The thing is, it was never the sole thing I thought I was going to do. It was always the backup thing. I always thought I'd be on Broadway or in movies. I was always into theater. I thought I'd be a thespian. That's what I thought my main path would be. And I always said, if I had this college thing going at least simultaneously, like in parallel, whichever one didn't work, I'd have the other. So neither one of those things panned out, at least not in the traditional sense. You can say I'm kind of living out my theater dreams on my YouTube channels, but it's not the exact same. But I'm enjoying it and I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. At least I have complete control over all aspects of it. But we're getting off topic. When it came to college, I never, not once, knew what I wanted to do. I always settled with something that I thought was the way. It started out, I was in communications. I thought I'd take that and do things. And then time passed and I moved on to like technology, IT and stuff like that, and started gearing my college and university path towards that, following that path. That didn't pan out. I just didn't have a passion for that. And then finally, after years and years of not even knowing and not even pursuing properly my college education, I settled on strictly just business. I would just get something related to business and I can use that wherever it came in handy. And it turns out that it worked out fine because I am kind of in the world of business right now as an entrepreneur. So here's the thing though. I'm about 2 classes, maybe six credit hours from having a bachelor's degree. And I'm just sitting on it. Oftentimes I think to myself, why don't I just go and get that? So I just have it and be done with it and have it out of the way. But every time I get to the point where I look into it, I'm looking at what's available, what classes are available, looking at the schedule, I always fall back and just forget about it. I think the main thing with it is I just don't want it to take my time. My time is limited as it is, and I just don't want to dedicate time to it if it takes away from time of me doing actually what I love. If I can't do the things I love because I have to go do that and be miserable, then that's enough for me to just be like, fuck this. So I'm sitting on this almost bachelor's degree and I'm torn on if I should just forget it, drop this whole thing and just never have gotten it. Maybe I'll regret that in the future, and I do not do well with regret. Or if I should just bite down, go on and get this thing and have it. I'm trying to weigh them and see what the benefits are to each. And regret, like I said, is one of the main things with not getting it. Like that's probably the biggest thing for me. Not getting it. Years from now, when I'm old and like looking back, I'll be just like, why didn't I just get that? You know what I mean? It'll look good to my 2 daughters, that I have it, even if I never use it, even if I never put it to work. It'll just look good to my two daughters, and it'll feel good to me to have at least checked that off of my checklist of things that I've accomplished. So regret is like one of the things that I don't want to deal with not pursuing it. On the other hand, going after it, what do I gain? Really, the paper, that's it. I get the paper. I don't know that I'll be able to put it to any use. I don't know that it'll be beneficial to me in any kind of way. But again, at least in the future, it'll look good that I actually checked that off and I accomplished that. If my daughters decided to take that college route, they can at least see that their dad was able to pursue one and actually obtain it. I mean, so there's just not really anything heavier on either side to make me go get it or forget about it. So I'm just stuck in this middle where sometimes it just bothers me. Sometimes I'll be going to bed and I'll just think about it. Like, why don't I just go get it? It'll only take like a semester to take care of and you'll have a bachelor's degree. And honestly, I don't put much stock into university and college anymore. I don't believe that much into pursuing a college degree anymore. So it doesn't really hit me as if, if I go get this thing, oh, I've done something. Oh, I did it. I did that. I just don't care. It's strictly for the accomplishment only, not because I feel like I'm a better person because of it. I really wouldn't. So I just get curious as if there's anybody out there that's in the continuing education phase of their life where they're torn between pursuing a degree and getting it or just forgetting the whole university thing altogether. I'm stuck in the middle. Hopefully I can fall to one side here soon because I'm tired of thinking about it. But I'm still curious to know is if there's others out there stuck in this fork in the road like I am.
Oh, and I don't need no college, cause I'm getting stupid amounts, ayy.